I have to sneeze. Bless me. Thank you. Hey guys, what's up? It's Shelby and welcome back to my channel. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day, this video lands on St. Patrick's Day. I myself do. So yeah, anyways. Today's case is frustrating because there is like little evidence. There is such little evidence, and a lot of things could have been avoided in this case that were not avoided. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that could have been avoided. But before we get into the case, I just wanted to throw out a little self promo here. If you guys did not know, I started my own business. I sell press-on nails, as well as I'm dabbling into a little bit of cosmetics. I've been selling lip balms and lip scrubs, as well as a facial mist. This is the facial mist that I have been using. I've been using this for about, I want to say, a week now. I use this before I go to bed. This is literally just infused with witch hazel, distilled water, and green tea, which is so good for your face. It helps with acne. Witch hazel and tea tree both help with acne, irritation, redness, as well as anti-aging and wrinkles. And it also helps lock in moisture. My lip balms, I have quite a few. You can get this size or you can get this size. This size is $2. This size is $5. My mists are $8. My lip balms are infused with all natural ingredients, and they all have different kinds of scents and stuff in them, and really good essential oils for your lips. And my scrubs come in this size. They are $2 as well. They are 100% edible, as you can see. They smell so good. They are all 100% edible. They are really they're all natural as well, like I said, and they just help to exfoliate, get rid of all the dead skin, rejuvenate your lips, and keep them plump and hydrated. So if you want to check that out, my link for my website is in the bio. Yeah, but let's just get right into this case. Today, I also, again, don't have a like reference photo or anything. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I kind of want to do like a green cut crease with like a rainbow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's get into this thing. Our case is kind of short. So, and I can't help it. This case really doesn't have a lot of information. It really just has information about the stuff following up to it. I could not find a lot about the family or like the kids or anything, like what they were like or anything like that. I really can just find out what happened leading up to the events. So we are going to Clarksville, right? Clarksburg, Maryland, September of 2014. So we have a little family. There is Troy Turner, who is the father, Catherine Hoggle, who is his girlfriend and the mother of his 3 kids. They have 3 kids. I'm not sure the oldest name, but they have a 5-year-old. He's the oldest, and then there is a 3-year-old girl named Sarah and a 2-year-old boy named Jacob. September 7th, 2014 would be the last time that Troy would see his youngest 2 kids ever again. So let's talk about what happened that day. So in September 7th, 2014, the oldest boy had a soccer game, I believe, or he was just playing soccer. I don't know, but they went to go watch him play soccer. I don't know if it was practice or whatever, but they were all there, 5 of them. The oldest was playing soccer. The other 2 were just kind of running around being kids, and Catherine was there, as well as, like I said, Troy and the other kids. I'm gonna go wet my sponge. I forgot to do that because I'm gonna be trying out this Wet n Wild tinted hydrator, and I want to use a sponge because I feel like a brush will leave marks. And I got this new sponge from Glam Beauty, and I really like it, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. So like I said, they were at this soccer game, but Troy ended up having to leave because he had to go to work that night. I believe he worked like a night shift because he didn't get back until later. So Catherine spent some time at the park with the kids, and then she took them to her parents' house for a while before like taking them home. Oh no, this is a good shade. Okay. She took them back home, and it was kind of late, and Troy was on his way home when Catherine asked him to stop at the store really quick so he could pick her up a couple things. And even though it was late, he was like, you know what, whatever. So he goes and picks up what she wanted, and he comes back and she's on the porch waiting for him. Oh, I actually really like this. She's on the porch waiting for him, which was kind of weird. It was kind of late. It was almost like midnight by now. Like it was late. And she asked him if he can take her to the store again to get a Dr. Pepper. And he wasn't worried about like the kids because Catherine's dad, she told him that her dad was going to be watching them that night. Like he was going to be over watching the kids and stuff at their house. They were spending time and he was there watching the kids. So he was like, yeah, whatever, let's go. So they go and do this. Also, I'm using the Chic Glam concealer. This one is in the shade Whipped Cream. So they go and do that. They come back, and he doesn't really even go check on the kids. He said he was so tired because it was like seriously like midnight by now. But he figured they were all asleep. He had no reason to think that they weren't. So he just goes to bed that night with Catherine, and everything seemed to be fine. But the next morning, so this is now the 8th, his oldest son wakes him up for school. His oldest son is like, Dad, like, time for me, to get ready for school. But he quickly realizes that they're the only two people in this house. Like, Catherine isn't there, the other two kids aren't there, and her dad is not there as well, which he originally thought he was, but he didn't really think too much of it, and he just got the oldest kid ready for school and headed out to the bus stop with his oldest son. So, he's at the bus stop with his oldest son when Catherine pulls up in Troy's truck or car. I'm not exactly sure what he had, but she pulls up in his truck, and she is alone. She doesn't have either one of the youngest kids at all. And Troy is like, where are they? And she tells him that she dropped them off at daycare. Now Troy was like, daycare? The fuck do you mean daycare? They don't go to daycare. But they had talked about it in the past, about bringing the two little ones to daycare. So he figured maybe she just found one, didn't tell him about it, anything, and he believed her. He had no reason not to believe what she was telling him. But he was a little sus about it, but he didn't question it. So he waited until the little one got on the bus, and he headed to work that day, and that was that. He just kind of brushed it off and was like, whatever, I'll pick him up after and we'll talk about it later. There was nothing really that he could do either way. It's the end of the day now, and he's like, all right. He gets with Catherine, and he's like, okay, Catherine, like, show me where the F this alleged daycare, like, what's the name of it, where is it at, like, talk to me here, girlfriend, okay, like, let's go pick up our kids from daycare. And all of a sudden she cannot remember where the daycare is, what the name of it is, nothing. She cannot remember where it's located, the name of it, the number. She has no idea where she left her kids. And they drive around for a little bit, and he calls her mother, and he's like, listen, this is what's going on. And she is on it immediately. She is calling all daycares around the area and trying to find if they have been dropped off there. And that's when she drops this little bombshell on Troy and says that she has been struggling with mental illness for her whole life, and she very well could have dropped the kids off anywhere and completely forgot about it. Completely 100% forgot about where they were. So now Troy's kind of freaking out. Okay, he's like, well, fuck. You don't know where the kids are. I don't know where the kids are. It's like, it's time to go to the police. We've been driving around aimlessly forever now. Let's just go to the police and have them, you know, figure this out. And immediately she's like, all right, no, I know where they are. I will take you to where they are. I remember now. All of a sudden, I remember. So she apparently remembers all of everything, and she's like, but I'm a little tired, I'm a little hungry. Can we stop and get some food first? He's like, whatever. That right there, I would have been like, bitch, show me where my fucking kids are at. Like, when your kids are missing, you're that was the first mistake made by Troy. Red flag. Anyways, I don't think Troy had anything to do with this, but really, your kids are missing, and you're like, yeah, let's go eat. But anyways, they stop at Chick-fil-A, and they go inside to the restaurant, and they order their food, and they go sit down, and while they're starting to eat, Catherine is like, listen, I need to go to the bathroom. So she goes to the bathroom, but she's in there forever. Troy was like, what? Like, you good? Like, you good? Does Chick-fil-A not agreeing with you or something? So she finally comes back out, and she's like, all right, I'm ready now. Like, let's do this thing. So they go to leave, right? And as they're going to leave, she's like, hold on, let me go refill my cup. I'll meet you back out in the car. And he's like, all right, whatever. So she goes to refill her drink, and her sneaky ass slips out the back door, and Troy is just waiting. But when he realizes that she's not coming back, he calls 911, right? He calls 911. He calls the cops, and he's like, all right, listen, something is going on. So the cops meet him there, as well as Catherine's mother, to kind of talk and search the area a bit, see where she went. But in that immediate area, she is nowhere to be found. But they talk to the police. They give descriptions of both of the kids and Catherine now, because now the two youngest kids and Catherine are missing. Catherine's MIA now. And that's when the mother starts throwing another bombshell in. And she said that the little boy Jacob, who is 2 years old, has actually been missing for a lot longer than Troy originally thought. She said that on the 7th, the day of the soccer game, when they came back, she was there with the kids, right? And everything was cool. They were having fun. They were playing. But she was like, hey, I'm going to go pick up a pizza. And she took Jacob. So she takes the youngest, Jacob, and she leaves to go get pizza. And her mother is like, it's been like 3 to 4 hours, and she finally gets back, and Jacob is not with her, and she's like, honey, where the hell is my grandchild? Where's Jacob? And she's like, oh, I dropped him off at a play date. He's 2. But the mom didn't really think anything of it. Again, I feel like this should have been a red flag, but you don't expect somebody to do this either, though. That's the thing. Like, you're not like, oh, you know what I mean? You're not like, nope, she definitely, like, did something to him. She just agreed. She was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Well, I get both sides, but seeing where this case ended, like, damn, I get why she didn't want to call the police. She didn't think anything of it, but she at least could have told Troy. You know what I'm saying? I need a brush. The least she could have done was told at least him about it. So now they realize that he's been missing for like 2 days, pretty much now, like a whole day. And they have no idea where he is. And the other bombshell that she threw at the cops was when they were telling them about the day. They were like, all right, so what happened in the days leading up? Troy told them everything. And Catherine's mother, Lindsay, she was like, my husband was at home with me that night. He wasn't over at your guys' house. He was at home with me. So now it's really sus. So now Troy is just completely freaking out. Like, holy shit, were my kids even home that night? Like was Sarah even home? But so they put out missing posters and all of that, and they throw an Amber Alert out and all of that stuff for the kids, and they decide to take CCTV footage of Catherine as well as like pictures and stuff of the kids, and they publicize it everywhere. They put it on the news and everything, like, hey, watch out for her, let me know, like, call in if you see her anywhere, we need to bring her in. And somebody calls in just 2 blocks away from this Chick-fil-A. She's seen wandering around a closed building at 4 a.m. She's seen literally just wandering around that building, but she's not there anymore, so they're like, well, shit. But at least we know she's, like, in the area. But they're searching for these kids, and they literally cannot find a single trace of either of them. Nobody has seen them. Nobody spotted them. There isn't any, like, people calling in, like, oh, yeah, I thought I saw. No. There's literally nothing that the police can do. And finally, 4 days later, somebody calls the police and says, I know where Catherine is. Like, literally, I see her. And she has tried to alter her appearance. And when she was, like, when the cops found her and they tried to, like, take her in, she fled. Like, she was trying to run. Like, she was like, fuck this shit, I am out, okay? And when they finally arrested her, she was carrying around her own missing persons poster. Shit is sus around here, okay? So they finally bring Catherine in, and they sit her down, and they're like, all right, where the hell are the kids? And she immediately is like, listen, they're fine. I gave them to somebody, and they are completely fine. I don't know what you guys are freaking out about. Like, calm the F down, okay? They're fine. Don't worry about it. I gave them to somebody nice, and they're all taken care of and stuff like that. She is like, don't worry about it, right? But her story ends up changing, and she says that she left them in this park. So she brings the cops out to this park or whatever, and they try to look around, but there's nothing. There's no sign of the kids there. Remind you, this is like 6 days later now, because she was found 4 days after she fled Chick-fil-A, which would have been like 2 days before the last kid had been seen. So it's been a minute. So they just figured it was a dead end. She just wanted to get out of the area for a minute. And they do, because her mom had mentioned the mental illness, they did a check on her, and she was found incompetent to stand trial, so they could never fully charge her with, like, abduction, abandonment. Like, they couldn't charge her with anything. I'm not exactly sure the legalness around this, but I just know that she could not be really charged. Like, they keep trying to charge her with stuff, and they cannot get a charge because of the fact that she was mentally ill. I'm not a lawyer. Like, I don't know how that works or anything, but they cannot find the bodies. They can, like, she's not giving anything up. She's completely quiet about it, pretty much. She's like, nope, they're fine, or I have no idea where they are. Like, there's no in between. It's either I have no idea where they are, or they're fine, don't worry about it. Like, Catherine is just quiet. And so they searched for a long time, and Catherine is staying, I believe, in like a mental institution right now. Like, she's just chilling there until they can figure out how to charge her, pretty much, or find the bodies or something. they're trying to find something that they can do, but like I said, there isn't much they can do specifically for the fact that she is charged with this mental illness. But I did read that they tried to get another person, like another mental health like doctor, to reassess her, and she was still found incompetent to stand trial. So they're trying to figure out how to charge her with something, but they cannot find the body. There's no sightings of these children. There's literally nothing to go off of, so they can't do anything, which is so frustrating. Like, there's these poor little babies and there's nothing you can do because the last person to see them is mentally incompetent and won't give up a goddamn thing. So all you can really do is sit and wait for a body to show up or somebody to figure them out. But let's talk about some theories of what happened. Like I said, she keeps saying that they're fine, like, don't worry about it. So did she give them up, like, through an underground adoption? And if they did, they're probably never gonna find those kids. You know what I mean? Like, they're definitely not in Maryland anymore. If she gave them up for an underground adoption, they're not gonna stay in Maryland. And, like, I hate to say it, but if they did sex trafficking, she sure as hell ain't gonna admit to that. And those kids will probably never be found if they went into sex trafficking. Like, there's so much that's wrong with this. Like, the other theory is that they were kind of just, that she took them out one by one. But why leave the oldest? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand right now, is she left the oldest kid. You only can't find the two youngest kids. The older kid is completely fine. But they think that she took them out one by one because she left with Jacob, came back a couple hours later and said he was at, like, this sleepover and he was never seen again. Then she went home with the little one, put the oldest one to bed, and now the youngest one has never been seen again either. So they think that maybe she murdered them. Like, they think that maybe she killed them. And that's why they can't find it. But if she's that mentally ill, I don't think she has the capabilities to hide a body that well. To be honest, if she's really that mentally incapable, I don't think she would have been able to hide a body that, like, this good that the cops can't find him anywhere. But I do believe Catherine does know where the kids are. And she does know what happened to them. But I don't think she'll ever give that up. And in an interview, Troy was like, I know she killed my kids. And then they asked, so is there no hope for them coming back alive? And he said, no, she killed my children. And it's so sad, because if she did kill them, they're never gonna be put to rest because she won't give up where they are. I don't think she had the capability to kill them and hide them so good that the cops can't even find them. I do definitely think that she gave them away because she was mentally ill and stuff, and she probably, like, couldn't handle it anymore, or was, like, going through a manic state or something, and ended up putting them up for adoption, like underground adoption or something, and just gave them away. I don't think she left them anywhere, because if she left them anywhere, somebody would have saw them, okay? Somebody would have been like, oh yeah, I saw them here, and here with this person. If it was like this underground adoption, nobody would have seen them. Because like I said, they would have fled the state by then. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go finish up my eyes and my lips and I will be back for the outro. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I'm also wearing lashes in the style Photogenic by Let's Slay Cosmetics. Use code Shelby for a discount. All of my discount codes will be in my description as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think happened, if you think the kids are still alive or not. I really do believe that they are still alive, just because of the fact that their bodies haven't been found. So I really do think they are alive. I think she definitely tried to sell them into something, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day, or just a great day if you don't celebrate it. I hope you had a great day irregardless, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.